Welcome to my channel, GBIC Relationship University. This is our relationship problems channel where we find relationship solutions and get better together. Let's get right into the topic. The 90-day love evaluation. How to stop wasting time in dating and keeping those narcissists at bay. This month marks 5 years since my divorce. I got divorced back in September of 2020, and let me tell you, it was one of the hardest but most enlightening experiences of my life. Through my marriage, my divorce, and my few years of recent dating after divorce, I realized something important. I needed a system, a process for how I approach prospective romantic relationships. Something to help me figure out early on whether someone is truly compatible with me before emotions got too deep. So I created what I call the 90-day Prospective Mate Evaluation Period. It is my personal guide in determining whether or not we are making a genuine love connection. Now listen, the first right question is not, what's your zodiac sign? We are not starting there. The first and most important right question is, are you single? And I mean really single. Because let's be honest, folks, nowadays there are different kinds of single out there. Let's be real. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Everybody's single until you start asking probing questions and probing follow-up questions. So, after you ask that first question, hit them with this one. So, what type of single are you? This one is when they usually give you that puzzle look. You then say, allow me to break it down for you. Are you single, but still having sex with your baby's mama or baby's daddy? Because if that's happening, then that's not single. That's a recycled situationship energy. Or are you single, but dating multiple people and are proudly non-committal? Because that's not single either. That's, I want options in varying entanglements. Or are you single, but you're in one of those it's complicated setups or situations? If so, I will definitely need for you to explain that thoroughly. And don't give me any half answers. Because where I come from, it's complicated usually means unfinished business. Ask these important questions up front, so there's no confusion or ambiguity as to the person's relationship status. This way, you save yourself from unnecessary heartbreak. Number 2, solidify your prerequisites. Now, once you know if they're single for real or not single for real, and you're willing to proceed with the prospective mate relationship, and you want to vet further, it's time to solidify your prerequisites. What are your non-negotiables? Just to even have a conversation about dating. Prerequisites are simply requirements that need to be met before you proceed. And I'm not talking about being picky. I'm talking about being purposeful. You should be able to determine most of your prerequisites in that very first encounter. The very first time you two are engaging. So let me give you a few examples. Proximity. How far are you willing to travel for love? Are you cool with a long distance relationship? Or do you need someone local who can show up consistently and spontaneously if required? Age demographics. What is your age range? And be very honest about it. What are your age requirements? Spirituality, religion. Do your beliefs align? because love without spiritual compatibility can turn into a constant tug of war. Political affiliation. Now, in this day and time, this is extremely important. This is crucial in this day and time that we live in. Are you Democrat, Republican, Independent, apolitical? This is very crucial because if your values clash here, trust me, it is going to show up in your relationship eventually. These are not judgment zones, they are alignment zones. Because alignment keeps confusion out of your connection. Number 3, clarify your relationship goals. Now, this one right here is where most people get it all messed up. You got to know what you're looking for and be totally honest about it. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't say, well, we'll just see what happens, or we'll just go with the flow. That's not going to cut it. Be very intentional about it. Ask yourself and your prospective partner, what type of relationship are we building towards? Here's the reality. There are no wrong answers. As long as we're both honest. Let's go through the levels of romantic relational zones. 1, the booty call. Let's just call it what it is. A booty call. If you don't know what that is, at this age and stage, a booty call is a casual, usually late night, invitation for sex. No expectations, no commitment. If that's what you want, Gucci, all cool. Just don't pretend there's anything more, anything deeper. Friends with benefits, FWB. That's friendship mixed with sexual activity. This is often ongoing. It can be sometimes long-term, but there's no romance label. You hang out, maybe you bang out. You connect, you hook up, but you both know what it is. A committed and monogamous relationship. Now we are talking about the real intentions of two people choosing one another and committing to each other. But even here, you have to ask yourself, what will this lead to? Does this lead to us living together? Or are we going to keep living in separate spaces? Marriage, of course. This is the ultimate level of commitment. But again, be very honest, upfront, candid, transparent, and forthright about whether that's truly what you want. There is no judgment here at all. What matters is that there's clarity between you and your partner, or prospective partner, I should say, from the very start, from the door, from the gate. Because when we're clear and transparent, we give each other the power of choice. And that's how grown folks date, with all of our eyes wide open, and hopefully with our intentions aligned. Number 4, define your deal breakers. Now let's kick it for a minute about deal breakers, because this right here will save you from heartbreak later on. Deal breakers are the traits, behaviors, or situations that make you say, nope, nah, nada, no can do. I am not continuing this relationship. This is over, done, finit, kaput. It's a wrap. They're the things you cannot and will not accept in a relationship. These folks are called the red flags. And remember, deal breakers aren't about perfection. They are alarms designed for your protection. Let's break down some of the common deal breakers. Dishonesty or lying, disrespect, rudeness, insults, belittling, lack of communication, emotional immaturity, controlling or manipulative behavior, cheating or flirting with others. Oh yeah, this is the big one. The narcissism or lack of empathy, anger issues or abuse, whether physical, verbal, psychological, or otherwise. Addictions, the big ones, such as alcohol, drugs, gambling, pornography, etc. All addictions and vices are very bad for business. Financial irresponsibility, completely different core values, beliefs, customs, and traditions. Lazy mofos. No ambition or motivation. Sorry about that. Yeah, lazy mofos. Sloths. Poor hygiene or poor self-care. Not being emotionally available. Passive aggressive behaviors. Oh, this is the big one. Petty betties. Can't stand them. Passive aggressive behaviors such as ghosting, blocking, silent treatments, hanging up the phone on the person's face. Person that is not looking at all for any type of commitment. People who have different or conflicting views on kids or marriage. A person who has lack of effort or consistency in the relationship. And the biggie, a person who has no respect for the other person's boundaries. So folks, write these deal breakers down. What are your deal breakers? Write them down. Make them plain. Say them loud and proud, and stick to them. Let people know. Clearly state your boundaries and make people adhere to them, because ignoring the deal breaker early always leads to heartbreak later. Number 5, beware of the third-party influences. This is not talked about enough. Very underestimated, and this might be one of the most important. This is a big one. This right here is what I call the BOLO alert. Be on the lookout for third-party influences. Third-party influences can destroy a good relationship faster than infidelity on many occasions, because third-party influences can destroy trust, communication, and emotional intimacy. And listen, third-party influences aren't always about a person. Sometimes they could be about a place or a thing that serves as a distraction. Sometimes it can be an addiction. Sometimes it can be your mindset. Here are the big third-party influences to watch out for. Parents, children, extended family, friends, your homeboys or your homegirls, your pets. Yes, I said it. Your pets could be a third-party influences. Pet parents. Jobs or careers. Civic or religious obligations. Outdated mindsets or rigid traditions. Health issues or poor self-care. Finances. Are they responsible or are they financially unmanageable? Of course, we go back to the addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, pornography, etc. And the biggest one in this day and time, social media behavior. We're going to expound on that one real quick. Social media. Because social media can act like a whole third person in your relationship. Let me tell you how. Constant comparisons and jealousy from what you see online. Flirting or emotional affairs through DMs. Hitting you in the back channels through your so-called friends. oversharing your relationship drama online, posting all your business on Facebook or IG, monitoring your partner's page like a detective, seeking validation from likes, comments, or other attention-seeking posts. And let's not forget, spending more time scrolling, being all up in your phone, all up on your social media platforms than connecting in real life with your boo. Social media can be a silent killer if you let it. So let's keep that social media in check, or it'll keep your relationship in chaos. Now, last one I want to talk about. Number 6. How do you resolve conflict? We don't even talk about this one until the relationship's already gone south. This is the one that you need to be finding out within the first 90 days. Let's get to the truth. You won't really know the strength of your relationship until your relationship experiences conflict. That's when the mask falls off. That's when the representative leaves and you find out who you're really dealing with. If you're expecting a perfect relationship where nobody ever disagrees, nobody ever gets mad, a relationship in which there's no relational turbulence, my friend, I'm afraid, I hate to break it to you, but you are straight up delusional. You might as well just get off the dating market. Shut down your dating sites. Just clear perpetually single. It just doesn't exist. Your expectations are just too high. So wrap your mind around the fact that you're going to have conflict in your relationship. There's just no such thing as the perfect relationship in which you're never going to have any conflict. It doesn't exist. Conflict is inevitable. But how you handle conflict determines your relationship. It determines the strength of your relationship. It is everything. Here are the rules of engagement I learned in marriage counseling. Though this modality did not save my marriage, it has helped. It helped during our divorce process and post-divorce. Even after divorce, because me and my ex-wife, we have kids together. We still have to have a relationship. We had just had to cultivate a new relationship as a result of our divorce because we still have kids, we have grandkids, we have to co-parent, we still have to coexist with each other. But as a result, we have been able to cultivate a new relationship, a new healthy relationship with each other. So these are the rules of engagement, which are transferable and applicable today. Number 1, no cussing each other out. Number 2, no calling each other out of each other's name. Number 3, no cutting each other off while each other is speaking. It is vital for both parties to practice active listening. Number 4, no bringing up the past to defend the present. Number 5, no hanging up the phone on each other. We talked about this earlier. No blocking. No unfriending or ghosting unless it's for safety reasons, of course. Number 7, no denying, deflecting, and no gaslighting. And we'll call out the narcs as well. And for the narcs, don't let emotionally immature people make your reaction to the issue while ignoring what caused the issue. To those narcs, let them know. That's classic manipulation. Call it out. And don't stick around for it. Healthy conflict is about communication, not control. So in closing, at the end of the day, you are the star of your show. Your life is a movie, and the people you let into it are your co-stars. So, Make sure you're vetting those co-stars wisely by asking the right questions, solidifying your prerequisites, clarifying your relationship goals, protecting yourself with having deal breakers and looking out for those red flags, keeping your third-party influences in their proper place and perspective, and paying close attention to how conflict is handled. Because every good relationship starts with intention, and every bad one ends with ignoring those red flags. Operate in excellence, not mediocrity. Stay in the posture of peace, serenity, and discernment. And if that person is not a match, it's cool. That's perfectly okay. Close that door with complete confidence, because when one door closes, another door opens. Make good relational decisions so your life movie becomes a blockbuster and not a flop. Continue being the best version of yourself today, and then getting even better tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed.